Hey, and welcome to the Vergecast for the what is going on with my hair? What is happening? It really is like, if I keep my head in this position, it's okay.
Yeah, I think it works.
It's like
it's
a serious
fine in every
way.
position.
Welcome to the Vergecast for the week of March
17th,
2014. I'm Josh Topolsky.
I'm Dieter Bone.
I'm David Pierce.
There it is.
And I know what you're thinking. Where's Katie and TC? Why isn't the Winecast going down?
TC might be dead. Is that possible?
TC is, well, Katie made a lot of threats. A lot of threats. Oh,
TC's cowboy hat turned out to be alive.
I just got an email on my Asha 210. I get pop-up notifications.
Is that even a thing that's possible?
Wow,
Yeah,
that
Can you
is
get
the
emails on your Asha 210?
pretty cool, right? Let me view it right now on the cool mail
I will
app.
say
Just load that up. Just loading up the mail
This
app.
really does
Slowly.
make me want a yellow phone really badly.
Yeah.
Yellow phones are where
every
it's
time you
all,
open
it's
it, I'm
all
deeply
happening.
jealous.
Here it is. Here's my email. Just loading, still loading. Let me tell you what the Asha 210 is not. Fast. Okay, anyhow.
But
You
how
know,
many
I'm living-
sins do you have?
At
Real
least
talk.
two. At least two.
least.
I'm living the international lifestyle.
You're a man of mystery.
I'm a man of
can go
international
anywhere.
dual SIM citizenry.
If somebody's like, Josh, you're needed in Dubai right now.
I'm like,
you
I'm
can go.
there.
It's
I'm
fine.
there. I'll just pop my Dubai SIM in and call it a day.
Not even a
Or
problem.
my Dubai SIM may already be in there.
you don't
I
know.
may have just come back from Dubai. Anyhow, this is the Vergecast where we discuss the week in items that we're interested in talking about.
That's
in
right.
Josh's travels.
In my travels. Dubai, New Mexico, whatever. Actual Mexico. Actual Mexico.
Old Mexico.
Old Mexico, I guess is what it would be. Because actual would be like, it would be, what is fake Mexico and
Right.
actual Mexico.
Right.
What if there were an English settlement in Old Mexico? It would be Ye Old Mexico.
Ye old.
Ye old Mexico.
Ye old. Or
That's
ye,
definitely a place in Vegas. I'm
Yeah.
just going to throw that out there.
Or new would have an E on the end of it.
Right.
N-E-U-E.
New. Anyhow,
No,
a lot of stuff to
no,
talk
yeah,
about this
Mexico.
week. A lot of things to discuss. And I got to tell you, this is an exciting Vergecast for reasons that I can't tell you yet. and may decide to not tell you. But we'll see. We're just winging it. I just heard Ross laugh.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, God, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but sorry, I'm just checking out my hair and trying to figure out if it's...
Listen, take your time.
I got...
You do what you got to do.
By the way, business cash, Thursday cash going on.
Thursday cash.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I'm just like,
There's
so I'm
Throwback
like
Thursday and
so whatever.
Thursday.
You know what I mean? That is. Am I quoting
You just
Avril
don't even
Lavigne?
care.
Yes, I am quoting Avril Lavigne,
As you should.
a Canadian goddess, if there ever was one. Am I right?
No.
Minnesota.
No.
What's the Minnesota?
Duck,
Canada,
Grey Duck, man. Duck, Grey Duck forever.
Minnesota, Canada connection. It's the
Wait.
weather, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard of this? Duck, duck, gray duck instead of duck,
Of course.
duck, goose?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
That is nonsense.
Yeah,
and
so
I hate
everybody
it.
knows that.
That's
I've never heard that.
Okay, thank you.
If you look
I know.
at
What
if
is
you
it?
look
What
at
is
a
it? Duck, duck, what?
Everywhere in America, except for Minnesota, they play Duck, Duck, Goose, this insane game
like
that is
people-
clearly inferior to what we play in Minnesota, which is Duck, Duck, Grey Duck.
Duck, duck, gray duck.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're a duck, you're a duck, you're a duck, but your color is gray.
Yeah, but no, with Duck,
like
Duck,
we're all in a
Goose,
circle.
you're
It's
just
like
like
much more
Duck,
complex.
Duck, Duck,
Right.
Goose, whatever. Yeah, we can handle.
Wow, look at
like,
this. Look at this.
Yeah, see?
Isn't
Look
this
at that.
crazy?
Because you can go yellow duck, blue duck.
So there
it
is a
inspires
Canadian, there's a
creativity.
Canadian connection though to that, right?
Yeah.
That's
There-
probably what they do. What about in Canada? Do we know?
I think that it's just goose in Canada. It's just goose, 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 goose.
Just goose. So like, it's like a goose, goose, a.
Then you run.
And then you run.
Yeah.
And then you
It's very
apologize
polite,
afterwards.
right.
So like,
Everything's
sorry,
very
sorry
polite
about that. So anyhow, so a lot to talk about this week. A lot to talk about. Let's just start with what I consider to be one of the most exciting pieces of news I've heard in a while. Christian Bale may be the next Steve Jobs.
Well, it's like we're like
On
6
film.
steps away from
On
maybe.
film.
It's
Not-
like it
not
might
like-
possibly, potentially,
The Wrap
maybe
had
be
the Wrap had a
considered.
story today, which is that Fincher is like Christian Bale is my only choice to play Steve Jobs in my not officially announced,
Right.
maybe is not happening, but is happening.
Wait, so all we
Right.
know, we know the movie's
produced
happening,
biopic,
Right.
and we know Sorkin is writing it.
Right.
Those are the only things
Do we know
for
that
sure.
Is that
right?
on paper? Is that a fact?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
I think those
and
both- those
we
are both
think
facts.
it's going to be like 3 scenes surrounding
Oh, right, around like launch events.
the launch event.
That's
yeah.
an old rumor, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No, but Sorkin has said that, so that's
There
true.
it is. Okay.
that is true.
This is. Listen, I can tell already. This is what people paid their Vergecast money for. This conversation.
Listen,
Well,
we're
let me
so
let me
remote
let me
from
let me just
fiction.
lead this discussion by saying that I think this is a mistake.
Why?
No.
That's the
After
gross
see,
ridiculous thing.
here's what I'll say. After seeing him in American Hustle, which I just watched.
He's so good in that movie.
Very surprised by his the depth. And I feel like nobody talks about him being in that movie. He's the star of the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not really.
So
I feel like it's not
here's
really
the thing.
covered.
Like Christian Bale can do angry Steve Jobs just fine. Like here's his he can freak out on people, and that
Yes, he
needs to
can.
happen. But does he have a reality distortion field? Does he inspire like love and hope?
Have you
He
seen
can be
American
angry.
Hustle? That's like 100% what he does in American Hustle.
There is yes, I would say he has a
That's
soft
like that's his
side.
whole character.
And
It's
the,
like
the
being
I've
look,
never
I
seen
feel
that
like the
soft
look is
side.
there. I feel like this works.
Yeah, wow. Seeing
Yeah.
them side by side.
And he
that's
can
Ashton Kutcher on the left, right?
He can act. This guy can act. Bale can act, and he'll lose weight. He'll gain weight. Jobs had
He doesn't
huge.
even care.
Well,
Yeah.
but Jobs, and when he
that's
got sick,
true.
he had huge weight fluctuations in the '90s and in the early 2000s. He was actually kind of heavy.
Yeah.
There's like a period where that's like we know Christian Bale can just jam on that, no
Machinist.
problem. Machinist. He looks
Oh.
insane in it, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bummer to talk about, but that if you need someone to get sick. To look like they're really truly
Yeah.
sick on film,
He can
like
do it.
Christian Bale's your man.
He's your guy.
He's like
I just-
much? He's like how much weight do I need to lose?
Give me 20 minutes.
He's like original birth weight, no problem. I'm there.
I have
see you on
intense and
Monday.
angry, but I
8 pounds,
don't.
6 ounces. By Monday.
But he's compelling in part because he's so often inscrutable, and I don't think that Steve Jobs is inscrutable. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and I don't
know.
think I can get that out of
No,
Bale.
I can see it. I totally see it.
Well,
I'm completely now that they've said that. If it's anybody else, I'm going to be very upset and disappointed, and I'll probably
who
go
else?
crazy.
Is
Noah
anybody
Wiley.
else even out there
Noah
as like
Wiley.
a possibility?
No Wiley.
Well, that would be an
Yeah, I mean,
interesting.
Noah Wiley
Look,
would
here's
work.
the problem
I can
though.
see that.
He's not going to carry. They're not going to put Noah Wiley
Yeah, I
in
know.
the
Right.
Fincher,
No, they're not.
Sorkin written
Right.
Jobs. I mean, he
Yeah.
just can't carry a movie like that.
No, he cannot.
They need star power. It'd be great. Tom Cruise. Just
No.
throwing it out there. Can we get a picture of Tom Cruise next to an old picture of Steve Jobs? I don't know. It could work. I mean, I think it could work. Honestly,
Tom Cruise.
Christian Bale's in the
horrible
right.
human, pretty good actor.
No, he's a great person and a great actor. My personal friend, Tom Cruise.
That's right.
What?
You get their pals.
I hung out with Cruise.
Oh, that's right. I
Cruise
forgot about
missiles.
that.
I refer to him.
I bet he likes that a lot.
He was great. One of the greatest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Did he leap on couches?
I
while
will.
were
You don't
talking?
understand. I've told this story before, but many years ago, I started I really hadn't seen that many Tom Cruise movies. I started talking about because here's the thing about Tom Cruise. In a lot of social circles, Tom Cruise gets some guff. Like you just said, terrible person, great actor or something. There we
Maybe
go.
not terrible.
Totally could play him.
Yeah, this could actually
I'm
work.
feeling very good about Tom Cruise in that role. Very good. And by the
How
way, he's
is
got a
he-
vulnerability. Have you seen him in Magnolia? Incredible
does.
performance.
It's true.
Anyhow, so many years
Good
ago.
crier, Tom Cruise.
Many years ago, pre Magnolia, which is one of my favorite movies, and he's excellent in it. Paul Thomas Anderson, by the way, you should check it out. If you haven't seen it, it's 3.5 hours. I used to factor my long plane rides by going well, this is like 2 Magnolias. So anyhow, I had this kind of running joke that people would be like, "Ugh, Tom Cruise," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I think he's great. He's actually my favorite actor." And then it turned into I started really getting into Tom Cruise and watching
Yeah.
his films. And then it was I became fairly obsessed with Tom Cruise and excited. If he was on a talk show, I would stay up to tune in. Well, not stay up, but I would make sure to tune in.
Stay up way past
You
your
know, I would
bedtime.
if a film of his was on TV, I would definitely watch it. And then finally, I got to totally hang out with him backstage at late night, which was truly the pinnacle of my existence as a human.
And I remember
better
how
than
excited you were.
having a baby.
I remember how
better
excited
than
you were
having
when
a
you
It
were
was
watching that. That's
birth of
fine.
my child, and then having a conversation with Tom. And he legit. Anyhow, I don't want to go into it, but he came into the dressing room and talked about books with me and Laura for 10 minutes.
What is he a reader?
It was insane.
I could see him being a
what-
Yeah,
reader.
he was reading.
Oh, Ron
He was
Hubbard?
reading. No, we were talking about
Sorry.
this
It was a
series
cheap
called.
shot.
No, we were talking about this series that he was really into called the. I think it's called The Lensman, which is
thinking
like a
The Hunger
1920. No, no,
you're
it's
close.
from the 1920s. The Lensman series. Yeah, it's a space opera written by Edward Elmer Doc Smith, and it was first published in 1937. He started writing these stories. Anyhow, he was talking about how he wanted to do. He was he said insane things that only a Tom Cruise type person would say. He said things like, "I'm trying to convince Ron Howard to make the movie,"
Wow.
which is just he says that all the time
Yeah.
to people. I was like, that's nuts. Anyhow, he was a lovely man.
It's gotta be weird to be Tom Cruise.
I just want to spend more time with Tom
Is
Cruise.
he as short as everyone says he is?
He didn't seem that short to me. I'll be
No.
honest with
'Cause
you. And
you're
I'm a
also
tall
very
guy.
tall.
I'm
Yeah.
6'4". I'm very tall. He did not strike me as that short. What are we
Was he
looking
wearing
at here?
platform
He just had
shoes?
such a commanding presence.
Oh my God! Yes, so great. See, Tom Cruise is
Whoa.
awesome.
This could actually totally work.
Tom Cruise is so great. What are we watching here? What is this?
top something Tom Cruise.
Top 10 Tom Cruise moments. I mean, by the way, could totally play Steve Jobs. In my
I mean, that
opinion.
kind of looked like Steve Jobs. That
Yeah,
clip just
totally.
there.
Totally. He's got the intensity. He's got the
does.
vulnerability.
He could yell at you.
Now
for
that
sure.
I've thought of this, I actually feel Christian Bale
You're
is a
out on
poor
Christian Bale.
substitute.
What? I've
Poor
been
substitute
saying.
for Tom Cruise. That would be crazy. Fincher,
know.
if you're watching, which I know you are because you're a huge Vergecast fan, David Fincher.
First of all, hey,
Starts off high again.
Thank you.
Second, think about Tom Cruise for that. Okay.
I kind of want Christian Bale and David Fincher to make a movie together, though. Maybe not this one.
They've made. Have they not made a movie
No.
together? Oh, yeah, I guess
That's
you're
the
right.
thing.
I guess you're right. Anyhow, we spent far too much time talking about Tom Cruise.
That's impossible.
Okay. Somebody just got surprised. I just got a tweet, hot tweet coming in. They did not know I was 6'4". Also, there was a suggestion, McConaughey.
No, terrible.
No.
I don't know. I could see it.
He could
He's got
kind
a
of
lot
do
range.
anything at this point.
He's got a lot of range.
Like, I'd give it to him.
He'd be good.
He'd be good
And
for the parts where
the-
Steve Jobs is a total wreck, like a complete maniac.
The other problem is like you can't make Matthew McConaughey not extraordinarily handsome. Like Christian Bale
Yeah.
pulled off being fat, but like fat Matthew McConaughey would still be pretty good looking dude.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Anyhow,
Sorry,
so
Matthew
that
McConaughey.
story is we don't know the tail end of it yet, but that's very interesting. Yeah, I mean Fincher apparently wants Bale to play Jobs,
Which is such a power move. He's like,
I see it.
you know this huge budget movie you're making. I will only do it if you
Yeah,
give me
I mean,
every
look, come
single
on.
thing I want.
Just put anybody with a beard next to Steve Jobs. Like, well, he's got facial hair, so I mean, I guess
Perfect.
that's can work. I mean, it could work. It's like, a good-looking guy with a beard. So, Sony, I'm available.
There he is.
Huh?
This,
One more thing.
he's a good yeller. I've
This
heard
guy.
it. I know it for sure.
What? Oh, yeah.
Good yeller.
Yeah. And cry.
I was
going
gonna say, are you a good crier? You got to
Doesn't
cry. a lot.
really work. I mean, the glasses are. Yeah, thanks. The not seeing it so much. Although Jobs actually had kind of a nose on him. Like when you look at that, it's sort of kind of big.
I mean, have you considered
Yeah.
So I have
growing
that
your
going.
hair
Not
about
out
the
a
hair,
lot?
though.
Yeah.
Well, my hair is getting longer now. I'm actually thinking about growing it like a little bit longer.
Just really going for it.
I'm thinking about going for like a full-on beautiful mane that I can throw back into a pony, or a mini pony.
Are you just call it a
or
pony?
like a bun.
Yeah.
maybe?
I'm just
call
gonna call
it
it
a
pony.
pony?
Can we
Okay.
get a shot? I see a picture of either Christian Bale or Johnny Depp with like a little bit of a ponytail because that's what I'm going for. Or Jared Leto, I think has had been rocking a pony at some point recently. That's my who
Jared
I'm
Leto can
emulating.
wear a pony.
I'm trying to
do
find pictures of you from when I first met you at the
Yeah, it was
launch
long.
of the. It was
What-
super long. At the launch of the Centro, I believe it was.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Centro launch. I remember that. That was a shit show.
Dieter's
Yeah.
who life is just measured by launches.
That was when who was Ed
WebOS
Colligan?
devices.
Ed Colligan. right?
that was-
I like
devices,
mobbed Ed
rather.
Colligan and was like, "Hey, I want to do an interview with you," and he was like, "Contact my people." They're right there. That's my new
Is that
shit right there.
That's Josh Topolsky.
There I am.
Yeah.
Except super duper beautiful and good looking. Anyhow,
Should we talk about watches?
Android Wear?
Android
This is a
Wear.
huge deal.
Yeah.
This is a huge deal for me on several levels. But Android Wear. So Google had this like what seemed like a totally, I don't know, like really bad way to roll out this thing. It's like one day we're sitting around, and then 1 minute later, like it's regular life, and then a minute later, like, hey, we've created a totally new version of Android to run on watches and
yeah.
wearables.
It was also super
there you
weird
go. Zach
because-
Galifianakis
Wow.
is
There
Steve
you
Jobs.
go.
That's great.
It's perfect. But it was
But what
also
if he lost a bunch of weight? Could work. I could see it. The same piercing gaze.
They're just looking into your
Just
soul right
looking.
now.
They're just looking at things.
No, but the weird thing was we were at South by, was this last week?
South
I guess?
by- that's South
And-
by Southwest.
South by
Yeah,
Southwest.
Sundar
excuse me.
Pichai.
South by if you're in the know, which
Yeah.
is cool if you're not.
Yeah.
But we were at South by last week, and Sundar Pichai is on stage doing an interview.
Head
It's
of
like a
head of
keynote-
Android.
Head of Android
Yeah.
and Chrome. He's
Yeah.
like the guy in charge of all this stuff. And he said that there was going
He
to
said
be...
there's going to be like APIs and stuff so that Android can work with wearable devices. It's coming soon. We're going to release
But
it.
he
Like, it
was
sounded
so,
like it was
like-
going to be like a little update, like a point update to
Yeah,
Android.
like
and they're going to
it-
include some
it-
APIs.
But he
Yeah,
was so
seemed like this.
nonchalant about it that the guy who was interviewing him, John Battelle, had to literally point out into the audience, be like, "Hey guys, this is news."
Yeah.
And he was so like, it just
So-
wasn't
so-
even a thing. And then they just like vomit this up on the internet. and it changes everything.
So here it is. This is
and
Android,
it was a vomit on the internet.
This
like
is
half of the
Android where
images
it-
are broken.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it went up, and then all of a sudden, all these manufacturers like LG, Motorola,
Yeah.
did HTC say they're doing
HTC
that?
said
HTC
they're
is a
very
partner.
excited about
Yeah.
something or other.
They announced them as a partner,
So-
but they haven't
Yeah.
actually said anything.
So it's obviously going to be a square or circular interface. And well, here's what's bugging me. It's driving me insane about the circular interface is that it has this little line at the bottom,
Yeah.
which
well, that's just that device.
No, but
I mean, like,
no,
look at
it's
these
showing
demos.
it
These
here
are all
on the demo.
square.
It's
Like,
showing
every one of their
but
demos is square.
It also shows it on the demo here. You can see it shows the little line, which is insane. They're showing a lot of square. They did show some circular. I wish they would.
Well,
show
the demo
it again.
is the circular demo they're showing is the Motorola watch. So that's the only circular one we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so let me just say. So anyhow, long and short is this interface looks really good.
Yeah.
and looks totally like what I would want and have expected. But Motorola showed off this this device called the Moto 360, and it is a circular, looks like a regular metal watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very big. It's 46 millimeters,
huge.
which is pretty big, although not comparatively to like
Is
a
that
lot
like
of.
compared to like your watch right there?
This is probably a. I think this is like a 42.
okay?
Yeah.
So it's a little bigger, but not.
You know, you get used to it. It's weird because I
Yeah.
used to have I always thought like, oh, I want a smaller watch, like a Rolex Explorer. I don't know if you've ever seen one. Not that I can afford a Rolex Explorer, but they have it's like a 36.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's about the size I want. But when you look at it, it actually now kind of looks like.
A little small.
It looks
yeah,
like
I've
a
seen this
small. It looks like a small watch.
Yeah.
And so watches have been getting progressively bigger. 46 is big, but it's not ridiculous. What I will say is, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
The interface looks awesome. The watch looks. It's not the exact watch. The face that the watch design that it's plain. It's very basic, which is fine. I'm
Yeah.
not complaining about that. But the whole concept looks great, and I'm like really excited about it. I mean, Motorola has a history of making circular displays. They made the Aura. I mean, I definitely talked. I think there may be a Vergecast or several where I'm like, Motorola made the Aura. Why don't they just take that display and put it on a
Yeah.
watch? I mean.
Kind of what they did.
Yeah, kind of what they did. I by the way was looking at Auras on eBay recently, like before this stuff.
And it was
happened.
such a cool phone. Like,
So-
look at like they were big on like the clock for the
No,
Aura.
it had
Like,
all
was-
kinds
it
of
was a
crazy
thing,
clock
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so this is a really cool development. I think. Like the question is, can they execute on it? Can they pull off this breathtaking design and also have a good interface and have it work with your device
And battery life.
And well, battery life is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I really
I would argue the biggest thing. Like that's ultimately the thing that matters the most.
Well, especially these are like
Let's look at a
big
few of these
color
photos, actually.
displays.
Yeah.
Like that's I'm willing to charge it once a day.
Yeah.
Like
So
I
here's-
will go that
like,
far.
I'm happy to
Did
charge
you
it
see
at
this?
night.
But
Like, I don't mind charging every
this is
night.
really driving me insane. This line at the bottom. There's like a little line.
Yeah. When I was about to get on the phone with Jim Wicks, I was sitting in a meeting with Jordan and Billy, two
Yeah.
of our video directors,
Yeah.
and they both were like, "You have to ask him about
No,
the line."
but here's the thing. So they're saying like
Very
it's a
angry
square
about it.
interface, and that's so it's cutting off the bottom.
well, no, the interface will work both circle. Like Google designed it to
No,
work
right.
in either case.
So why doesn't it just fill in the color of whatever is in that part with the? I feel like this is an
I
interface.
think that the display stops there. It's not like
no,
the-
why would the display stop there?
No, I mean then it wouldn't be a round display.
Yeah, then how do you do a clock?
Is the display
Can we see
fully
the clock?
round?
Can we see the clock face close up? The watch face that the Motorola shows. It's like a black watch face. It just looks like a watch.
I'm pretty sure it takes up
It's
the
gonna.
whole
It's any second now.
thing.
Can we get?
Yeah, that takes up the whole
Yeah,
screen.
that takes
Like,
up the
there's
whole
a-
screen. No, there's also they show a person wearing it with the watch face in one of these images. I think the one just above this. No, I see that. Can you scroll up though? I want to see the. Yeah, can you zoom in on that image? Yeah, you see, like the hand is there. It is. You can see it in this in the in the other one as well. But they can go full screen. It's not the display.
Yeah.
that is
Okay.
That goes all the way down there. You can see. I guess this one's better. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
all the way down.
No,
Oh,
no,
it's
no,
not.
it's
It
not.
is
I
cut
told
off.
you, the
It
screen
is cut off.
stops
Go
there.
back to that. Zoom in again.
screen stops.
Wow, this is a shocking revelation.
yeah.
Why?
That makes no sense.
Why is it doing that?
Physics, man.
Oh my God!
Things are
What
hard.
if? Hey, what if? I'm about to blow your mind super hard right
Go.
now. What if that's a small solar strip under the glass?
What?
It's solar, and so it's getting
They
recharged.
did. So on the Hangout, Jim
'Cause
Wicks
how else
said,
would you
there's no
have-
USB port. We're not talking about how it's charging, but it's really exciting. It's part of our special
Dude,
sauce.
Wow.
think about it. It's
That
the
would be
face of the
crazy.
watch
That would-
exposed all day
oh,
long
man.
to
Well,
light.
we were talking about this the other day about
That
like,
would be insane
whether they're
if it
going to
actually
do motion
worked.
or something
Yeah.
for how to charge it.
Or maybe it's a combo. It's
Yeah.
like motion
That would be
and
amazing.
I mean, anyhow. Well, wait, what? The back's purple. Well, inductive charging is one thing, but
Yeah.
like you gotta.
I mean, that's fine.
But you
Do
don't.
that.
You want this thing to last all day and beyond, right?
yeah. Well, and it's like it's a there are a million reasons that it seems like it might not. Like it's
a lot of
thick, but
gear.
it's not super thick.
It's a lot of
It's an
gear.
LCD screen,
a
which
lot of-
means
yeah, it's a-
usually bad things.
It's a lot of stuff for it. It's not an OLED.
No.
It's weird that they didn't go with OLED.
Yeah, I don't totally know why that is.
Well, probably
it's
because you
harder to make
can't see
round.
it and you can't see it in daylight.
That too.
You
Which
know,
I can see
basically.
being a
I mean, it's
problem.
gotten better, but Anyhow, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Here's the thing. So they're not the only people who can make a watch. Anybody can make a watch using this interface.
Yep.
It is like plays on Google Now, which has been great. I actually feel like Google has made Google Now a little bit less good recently. Like they've
Really?
changed some of the ways that it works.
Did you see the thing they added yesterday?
No, what's that?
Okay, Google, take a picture.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
So
take a photo.
It might. I mean, so
Okay,
I
Google,
asked.
take a photo.
What's the point of this?
When I talked to Jim Wicks, the Motorola's head of design, I asked specifically about a camera. I was like, "Why didn't you include a camera? People seem to like it." And he got very cagey and was like, "Well, you haven't seen everything that we're doing
see,
yet."
I
And
don't-
then this
yeah.
happens, and I'm like, "Well, maybe that's the
No,
answer
but
to my
that's
question."
great. But like, I don't need my watch to take
No,
a photo.
I don't either. I think it's a terrible idea. But the Galaxy Gear, it's like the most popular thing about it is people taking weird pictures with it.
Why?
It's
I
what
don't
everybody
get
does.
it.
I don't know. I don't get it.
understand. I mean, I'd much rather have a real decent camera in a smartphone.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I'm excited about the interface. I'm excited about the possibility. I will say, everybody was like, they're just showing off. These are all just demos. These aren't real things. But they did. Was it Jim Wicks who did a hangout
Yeah.
with somebody?
Yep.
And he actually has
they
a
were sitting there
working
using the watch.
device,
They showed
and you
it
can see him
moving
kind of
fast,
scrolling
yeah.
through. So there is something. I don't think these guys. This is just vaporware.
Yeah, well,
you
they've
know?
released an SDK and it works. Like we can look at it.
So
Like,
what is
it's
this?
out.
Right. Actually, I think we did a story on it. Did
We're
we do
going
a story
to.
on that? Oh, we're working on
yeah.
something. Okay.
Yeah, but I think we have it. We can actually show some of the stuff that's
Live
working
right
here.
here. Right
Oh,
now.
this is a
There it
live
is.
demo right
on,
here.
on the
So what
So
is
the way
this?
it works is like there's a home screen and you can tap on the G button to do voice inputs, or you can say "Okay, Google," but it doesn't work. In
Oh,
the
right.
SDK.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
So
But
since it's the SDK,
if you
can.
swipe up, that sort of like brings in your notifications.
Okay. Let's see this.
And maybe I should.
There are no-
I could maybe
are
send
no
a
notifications.
No notifications.
Are you gonna? This is Evan is running this.
I'm gonna say.
It's exciting, although this is extremely boring. Now, presumably, this would be like a nice watch face that a third party develops
Right,
for the
right.
for the
Exactly.
lock screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that came in, and so
See,
if
but
you
look,
swipe
it's
up,
not
you
cut
see that.
off. So they're cutting it off for a reason. So,
yeah,
so open
right.
that message. What happens?
So Motorola
So
is
when
cutting
you
it
open a
off, not
message,
Google.
you can there's basically swipe up is open the message, swipe down is go down back to the home screen. If you swipe to the left, it gives you options to interact with it,
Can we
like
see that?
reply. So if like you can mark as read, you can reply.
So it's kind of like a
Open
little
it.
bit like the Google Glass interface.
yeah, and then if you swipe it to the right, it dismisses it, and it also dismisses it on your phone.
can we see that? Oh, that's awesome.
The fact that it
Yeah.
syncs back is huge because that's the thing I hate
Yeah.
about most
Is this
smartwatches,
Bluetooth-
especially
is it
like
Bluetooth
Pebble, is that
syncing?
it doesn't do
Yeah.
a good job.
No, so that's syncing. That's not syncing to Evan's phone. That's just coming through on
Well,
Hangouts.
it's because it's the SDK. It's like
right, janky.
Yeah. So it.
right, but that's
it's,
the idea is that it'll sync back to your phone.
Right.
Yeah, so the whole
exciting.
thing, there's no like native apps on it, at least not yet. It's all notifications and stuff.
But
like,
presumably,
tethered to your phone.
you're going to be able to make apps for.
Presumably,
they will have like
but for right
maps
now,
for
it's very simple.
Yeah.
I mean, you send like detailed notification information, like directions on maps or whatever.
Right. Oh, you can play music on it.
Well, right.
This
so
is,
you
this
can
is-
control music
this
on it.
feels like totally like the future.
Well, so-
the
and-
fact that it's circular just feels like really cool. If they can pull this off
Yeah.
and it runs well and has okay battery life, like even
Just
if the
a day.
display is
Just
like a
give me a
little,
whole day.
like what's the resolution
whole
of the
day.
display? Do we know?
No.
We don't know. They're not talking about it. That's
Even
the
if
weird
it's
thing.
like
They're really
Right.
reluctant to talk about.
But they said this is
specs,
going to be out
which
in
makes
the
me
summer.
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really soon.
Well,
Yeah.
LG's is a summer. Is this one for sure?
no, I think
they both
Motorola
said
said
summer.
summer.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's really soon,
Yeah.
right? Now,
I mean,
presumably,
but it's working. Like they clearly have a thing that's working, so they must be in the phase of
now
just tweaking
when is
things.
when is Google I/O?
Late
usually
June? It's like
May.
June.
Okay,
Okay,
20th.
so
yeah,
we're gonna
it's
see,
June.
we're gonna hear an announcement. I'm guessing that in the Google I/O package, they always give to all the developers there.
Did you hear
I'm
that for Google I/O, it's now like a random lottery for developers?
Really?
Yeah. Instead of just first come first serve and it sells out in a minute,
2 seconds, yeah.
it's a lottery.
That's
wow.
insane. So I think that we're obviously going to see a bunch of devices there, or at least like very fully functioning devices.
Yeah.
My guess is they're going to have a developer. There's going to be some. Here's the developer platform, right? Like a Nexus 5.
Well, no, what I think they're going
They've
to do is
done that.
they're going to do that, but they're also going to roll out like the App Store at I/O.
Right.
That's
I
the way
would-
that
I
it's
would
gonna be.
hope.
Is they're going to be like,
I
these
mean-
things are out now, and also here
So
are all of the
I
apps
am
that
not
we've had
confident
people
there's
build.
going to be an app store for the watch. I am not 100% confident it's not going to just be Google Now on your wrist with these, super notifications that it sends.
I don't know. It
No,
feels
but
like
they've talked pretty explicitly about wanting
Well,
third-party
I mean, there is-
developers to make apps for it.
Yeah, but
there
apps
is the
on
battery-
the phone that like push stuff to it. Like the question is, will this thing exist separate from your phone?
right. Or is this like? I think it's
And
like.
I don't think it
it's
has
like.
to. It's like glass. It's a peripheral.
Well, also it's
Right.
kind of like
I agree.
notifications. I mean, notifications actually can can be pretty robust on Android, right? So you can do a lot with a notification. You can reply in a notification. You can like share from a notification. You can do all kinds of things that are like really useful.
Existing notifications just work on it right now. It's that you can do more if you want to.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, like, beyond Google Now, my guess is it'll tap into the notification system of Android.
Yeah, it does.
Which is like its most powerful system.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like, I find that I interact
Basically
with the
live in it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
find that
me
my
too.
notifications are so constant and they're so easy to interact with that I'm like almost that's my application switcher. Like that's how I get around the phone. It's really interesting.
Even just little
actually.
things like being able to archive an email from the notification is amazing.
Look at this. What's going on here?
That's
This is a
guy's
dude
saying
talking to
something.
developers on how to
Cool
make
Kit
stuff
Kat shirt.
talk to Android Wear.
So exciting. Yeah, it's very exciting.
So I guess it works with Android 4.3 and up.
okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, so the other thing I think is really cool about this is that they're talking about how it interacts with Chromecast. Which is going to be a remote for Chromecast.
That's
which is
an
going to be
awesome idea.
amazing.
Here's the thing. I was messing with the Chromecast the other night. I have one in my bedroom.
It's so
and like,
awesome. I keep buying them
But
just
here's what's
randomly for
crazy
no
about the
reason.
Chrome.
It's $35.
But
I'm like,
here's,
I'll take another
but here's
one.
what's crazy about the Chromecast. Like,
How many TVs do you
It's
have?
the best-selling thing on Amazon.
Okay, but here's
the
the-
single best-selling electronic on
that
Amazon.
doesn't make any sense. But
Not
here's the
thing,
thing.
electronic.
But here's the thing that I don't understand about the Chromecast. Like, why can't they just build in a AirPlay like function for like if I have a video like if I shot a video of my baby, which I've done.
Yeah.
And I want to watch it
Hypothetically,
on my Android phone, and I want to watch, and I have like video playback, and I want to watch it on the Chromecast, whether I'm in the Photos app or the Gallery app. There's no way to do it. There's
Really?
no
Yeah.
there's no
You can
native
tab
play.
cast. You can like, cast a tab from
there's
your
there's an
computer.
app now that's called Allcast.
No, Allcast does it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Allcast does it. But like what I'm saying is that should be something that's natively built into any
Android.
Yeah,
well any
for
place
sure.
you can play video on your
Yeah.
device. It should say like okay, it's not third party apps, but like if you have video on your device.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's the best thing.
And even third-party apps, then it's like AirPlay. But my understanding, I mean, I think the thing is that because it's not streaming from the device, there's no way for it to happen.
Right.
I mean, you have to have an intermediary, which is what
Yeah.
Allcast is, right?
Right. But I
Yeah.
mean,
So-
and that's the best thing about AirPlay is that it's just built in everywhere.
No, that's the
anytime
thing.
you play anything, it just works.
No,
on
no,
AirPlay.
it's incredible. Like when you, I mean, that's like, it's brilliant on an Apple device
Yeah.
when you have like, oh, I'm watching this in my ABC app, or I'm doing. I don't know if ABC does it, but a bunch of them do.
Yeah, but
and it's just like,
almost
oh, you
everything
know what?
does.
Just throw it over to my TV.
Yeah.
Or if I'm watching a video that I have, like that I, saved to the device or whatever, just watch it. It's just like totally seamless. Like
Yeah.
they
So-
have not gotten that at all. If they could get something, if they could just create their own intermediary on the device,
Yeah.
that's like play to Chromecast or whatever. I don't know.
But I think they'll get there, and I think the watch is actually like the perfect remote
Yeah.
for all of this because, like, and we're talking. Everybody's talking about the
Ellis,
Internet of Things.
Ellis
and,
claims
like,
that the Chromecast doesn't have the processing power to push those kinds of pixels.
He also called you bro.
called
so
you
we
bro.
He
can't
called me
trust
bro,
him.
so
Yeah.
kind of he just ruined his argument.
So I
He's
have
an
two
Apple TV
I have two
fanboy.
conspiracy theories about why Android Wear got announced this week.
Yeah. Okay.
One is they knew that they waited until I/O that it would either leak or the Apple would announce something ahead of them.
that's definitely
the most obvious.
Yeah.
one.
Definitely true.
Second one is the Gear Fit, which seems like one of the better wearables out there right now. Just got announced at $199. It's on pre-order.
What is it?
The Gear Fit,
The Gear
but
Fit.
it runs
yeah.
Tizen. So instead of like letting
Yeah.
Samsung
Womp
sell
womp.
a single one of these, they're like, you know what? We're going to announce this right now,
yeah, just
so
wait a
nobody
second.
buys.
It's
Pretty
Just
harsh.
wait a
It's a pretty
second,
harsh
guys.
diss from
Yeah.
Google to
Well,
Samsung.
I mean, Samsung switched to Tizen, so screw
Right.
them.
But also, like, yeah,
That's
I mean, so
just
here's
how Google
so
feels,
here's
I'm sure.
So
Love
here's the
Google.
Love Google.
So here's the question:
They should.
Do you
But
think?
Samsung's a partner for Android Wear.
Yeah.
So
Do you think that?
Well, that's why Samsung's the best. They're like, we're going to make everything.
Whatever.
And
do
shut
you
up.
think? Do you
Everybody.
think? Shut up.
That's what Samsung says.
Do you think that somebody like a company like Pebble will adopt? I guess they won't because they want to be OS agnostic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's not compatible.
I mean, but
with
on
my
some
Linux.
level, like,
not
I don't
compatible with
see
my Tizen
how,
phone.
unless this is terrible, unless Android Wear is terrible, which
Yeah.
is, there's
It might
a
be.
non-zero
It
chance of it being
very
terrible.
well could
So
be.
I
Unless
actually
it's terrible,
asked.
I don't see how Pebble survives. Like,
Yeah.
why would
I mean,
anyone buy a Pebble if this works at
Well,
all?
we just actually ran
He's
a
not
story.
worried.
We just ran a story. They sold 400,000
Yeah.
smartwatches.
He's not actually that worried about it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I asked him point
Okay.
blank, and he's like, at least now we've got something.
Yeah.
to
I mean, and I guess
directly
Pebble's
compete
like a
with,
small
right?
enough company that
They don't need to be-
right.
they
They
don't-
don't need to sell 100 million of them to
400,000
be
's
successful.
plenty.
Yeah, that's a big number.
And if they can keep it cheaper than whatever these things cost, and presumably they will, that might
no,
help.
$249 for the Pebble Steel is like not.
What
Well, you
happened?
dropped that.
What's happened that we have a situation that I'm just reading
no.
about here amongst our staff members that Evan Rogers and Nathan Sykert have their V card has merged.
Yes, that happened to me. Where are you reading this?
It's
Evan just sent an email to our
He
entire
said
staff titled
well,
"I
I'm
am not
confused."
Nathan Sykes.
And then
Yes.
Laura like trolled him, and I'm really confused.
Yeah, this happened to me.
No, I think it happened to him.
Well,
It happened to somebody.
I tried to send him a text for our little demo.
It happened
of,
one night.
Of Android Wear, and it went to Nathan Sykert.
Very, very unusual and upsetting. Good thing I'm not syncing any of that information
Well.
over to my mainframe.
From now on, if anybody sends me a V card, I'm not installing.
My intranet.
V card.
Anyhow.
Don't laugh at V
My
cards,
intranet
bro.
is solved. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Anyhow.
Nobody's getting into my intranet.
No one will ever break into your intranet.
Stay out of my-
Okay. So anyhow, Android Wear. So let's just say it's a very exciting development.
I'm kind of
hope-
pissed because I'm gonna end up buying like a lot of these.
I just
because-
want one
Yeah.
decent. Like, look,
God, it better be as good as they're showing it.
I hope it's good.
If it's terrible, I'm gonna be
if it
very
stinks, I'm going to
pissed.
be so upset.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's good.
Yeah,
I think it should be
I think,
good.
like
It'll be
the I was talking with somebody about this the other day, and like this makes real problems for Apple now because they used to their whole
Does it,
move.
though?
No, but Apple's whole move was always like this industry exists. We're going to come in and make it great and beautiful and functional.
No, that's what
And,
they'll do.
like,
but
that's
look,
what
they're going to go.
but
They're
that's
going to
what
go.
Google just did.
No. They're going to go. No, but Google didn't do it because their PR message was like really confusing and like random. Look, Apple's going to do this. It's very. If they have.
Well, they're
any-
also going to put it on sale. Really.
Well,
soon.
yeah,
Right.
they're going to put it on sale immediately.
Yeah.
If they have an event, Apple's going to do. I mean, if they have a device. And they're going to have an event for it, which I believe they probably will.
Well, there's
It
been all
seems
these
like-
rumors they're going to do a TV thing in April. Right?
Sounds
Would
like
they
they're going to
do
have
this
like
then?
a. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I wonder.
But they're going to have like a health. It's kind of a
Or
health
maybe
device.
like a WWDC thing.
Health device of some type.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
health book. Is that what we've been seeing all the?
Yep.
I don't know.
Health book.
I don't know. I don't think
book.
that many people care enough about their health for that to make sense. But
It like measures your heartbeat. I don't care.
But
I don't really
whatever.
care that much about my heartbeat.
But anyhow,
It's fine.
so but
I'm fine.
they're going to do an
yeah.
event.
As long
They're
as
going
I
to
have it,
say
like, I'm
they're going to, they're going to say now. Of course, Jobs was the master of this, and,
Yeah.
and they like are trying hard to replicate it. But they'll get up and they'll say, "Here's what." Everybody's talking about wearables. Everybody's talking about these devices you wear on your wrist.
And they're gonna
Here's
make
what-
fun of all
Here's
the-
what the
all these other
competition
guys.
is
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Here's Samsung. This, is like they're going to make fun of it. The display doesn't even go the right way when you try to look at it. They're going to put the gear fit up. Then they'll show Android. They'll say, yeah, Google announced these. There's no real products yet, but they say something's coming
Yeah.
in the future. And then they're going to say, what is all this? Is all junk. We figured it out.
And he's gonna like pull up his shirt sleeve. And
Yeah,
it'll just
he's
be
gonna.
there.
Yeah, right.
No, what if he opens his shirt and it's a necklace?
No, and it's a pendant.
Johnny Ive just like pulls
but that's-
open his deep V.
well, Johnny Ive
It's
won't-
just, it's just right
he
there.
just dips it down.
Johnny Ive won't be on stage because of his crushing stage fright. But
guy.
I have stage fright.
but no, it's fine. Look, you know what? But
I'm
you're
afraid
not-
right now. I'm terrified.
You ain't Johnny Ive.
Yeah.
Okay, my man.
That's true.
You get Johnny Ive money, your stage fright should go away. You get
true.
a guy to help you. At any rate,
Your stage fright guy.
your stage fright guy. Yeah.
Everyone needs
just
one of those.
just doped up. Just be like, shoot me up with whatever. Put me out there. That's what I do. Anyhow, so they're going to say like they cracked it, they figured it out, they got the awesome, and maybe they do. I don't know. Apple might have an amazing device.
But like, what would they do that would make you more excited than this, other than have a thing I can buy tomorrow?
I mean,
have
if it
something
was,
that works with an iPhone.
Well,
I mean, somebody's
Fair.
gonna. If Google doesn't
the-
make the Android Wear work with an iPhone, somebody will hack it to make it happen.
well,
Right.
it's
I would
don't-
jailbreak my
Presumably,
iPhone
it
for that
doesn't
in a heartbeat.
Presumably, it doesn't
I meant
work.
I should jailbreak it anyway.
the watch.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
my
yeah.
guess is couldn't
True.
they create an app that communicates via Bluetooth?
I mean, Pebble does it.
Presumably, yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what Pebble
Right? Is that what Pebble does?
Yeah.
But Pebble is so much more like interesting and accessible if you use a Android phone.
Well, there's more apps to do more weird stuff with the iPhone. It kind of
Well,
does
and
what
it's
it
the
does,
same
and
sort
that's
of
it.
notifications things where
But imagine,
on iOS, you either get them all or you
imagine a
don't.
native
Yeah.
device that plugs into the core features of iOS, and then that's the Apple device, right?
Yeah.
If it does all that stuff.
I mean, so notifications on a watch are super important. I would want to see Apple get notifications right on the phone before I trust them to
that'd be
put
nice.
notifications on my wrist.
That would
Oh
be
yeah,
very
no,
nice.
their notifications are absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
They're absolutely pathetically bad.
Yeah.
It's really,
by
really
comparison.
bad.
I actually was like, I was using my phone today.
Good story.
What?
I was using my phone. No, it might have been while I had the.
Was it your
Might have been while I
Asha
had
Are you
the
using your
baby.
Asha phone?
What's that?
The Asha phone?
Yeah, no,
Were you-
not my Asha. I was using my Sony, which
How many SIM cards were you using?
which
at
is
the time?
well, there's-
How many
there were
cameras on that
four,
phone?
at least 4 SIM cards. But
speeds were outrageous.
No, but I was like
Also
actually,
feeds.
I was using the phone. I was doing moving from like whatever thing to thing, and I actually had this moment where I was like, I love the way this functions. I was like, this is great. Like, I can't believe like what this thing is doing. It's such an amazing device. Like, and I have to say, like, I do have that every once in a while. I have that kind of like sensation of like, my God, this is so crazy that this thing does all of the stuff that it does. And it's a really cool, exciting feeling to have. I have to say, like, the last time I was using my iPhone, I did not have the feeling was the opposite. It was like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
I do. That is a great point actually about getting the notifications right on the phone before they try to get them right on a but at least an interruptive, an interruptive or kind of like very basic notification on a watch does make a little bit more sense. But people are saying, the rumor is like, is that what Apple wants to do? The rumor is this is like a health device. It doesn't really. It's not about like getting notifications and controlling your Apple TV or whatever.
I am surprised that nobody has really done a good job of trying to combine those two things yet, because like there's clearly a market for you're wearing both right now, right?
Yeah,
you're wearing
it's cool, but it's like a
watch.
fashion. I look like I'm wearing like a
bangles.
Kind of, bangle.
You're a pretty cool guy.
Look like I'm in the
bangles. The right word?
Look like I'm in the bangles.
Yeah, but
bangles is the right word.
No,
Okay,
I agree.
well
I agree.
Wow.
What?
I tried to search the internet for bangles, and it ended up searching my computer instead. And I've got some bangles in my
listen to
computer.
I don't know what that means. You have Bangles music?
Should we just take a Bangles
Is
break?
Lisa responsible?
You want to
for
listen
this
to
at all?
some
Or
Eternal
is it
Flame
just
right
you?
now?
I kinda
It's actually
do.
I helped
Always.
out. I helped out my uncle. I backed up some stuff for him, and I still have it here. So
Classic story. I helped out my uncle, and now there's a bunch of Bangles music
you're welcome, Bruce.
on my computer.
Uncles.
That was a weird kind of threatening gun cocking motion you just made towards the screen. All right, anyhow, so we don't know what Apple's going to do. Android Wear is here, but not a real product yet, but they're saying by the summer.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's talk about VR.
Project Morpheus.
Which is
Morpheus.
the greatest name of anything
Well,
ever.
it's a good name.
No, it's the perfect name.
What's a better name? Name
Of
a better
virtual
name for
reality
virtual
Neo.
reality.
and
Neo, Project Neo. Project
That's like
Trinity.
that's Sony's
I know. By
plan
the way,
is
I
gonna be
know
called Project
Morpheus
Neo.
is not from the Matrix, but my assumption.
is.
Is
it's also like but dreaming and
right. No, my assumption is that was the touchstone on this one.
Yeah.
because it is
Project Matrix
because you
would've
do
been
jack in on it.
Yeah.
into it, whatever. So this is Sony. Sony has created the VR headset. It looks like the thing from the future. It looks like this is the thing that's on the cover of the William Gibson novel from 1985. Like they did new art, and this is the cover. It looks super duper futuristic.
I mean, I kind of feel like this is what I've always assumed the eventual Oculus Rift would look like.
Or of course, you want to see the thing downsize. So
Sure.
we have done
it's big.
We have done some reports on this, and the word on the street from our dudes seems to be can we run the demo footage? Seems to be that this thing is a contender. I don't know why it should be. I feel like this should be in the hero.
Well,
by the way.
what's great about
I don't
this is
wanna
that they
nitpick,
didn't. This wasn't some janky demo where they're running it off a PC and who knows it's prototype, whatever.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
running it right on a PlayStation 4.
I have actually not watched this video.
This could work.
I have been so busy this week. I've not watched the video.
It's so cool.
It does full tracking, so you can turn your head and it uses the tools that are already on the PlayStation 4, the iToy or whatever the heck.
It definitely
it's
looks
called,
a
the
lot
camera.
more comfortable than the Oculus. The way it goes around, it doesn't have like the thing that goes all the way around your sort of ears and stuff.
Well, and they're big on the fact that it's weighted to balance better on your face.
So this
instead of
combination
being,
with
like,
the
on your
Move.
nose.
Is that what these things are called? The Move?
Yeah, the PlayStation
It's been
Move.
so long.
Yeah.
This combo seems to me like pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when we played with this on, where did we do that? Where were we playing with the Move?
It was on an On the Verge show one time.
It was
you
on an
did
On the Verge.
Johann Sebastian Joust game.
No, but there was another thing that we did with the Move on an older On the Verge. Might have been on an Engadget show back in the day.
Beard stroke here.
I'm just trying to remember, man. Anyhow, but the Move is like a really incredible tool, but has never been utilized well.
Right.
This in a VR environment makes total sense.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
me.
because that's the thing that sucks about Oculus, right?
Yeah.
Is that it's like you can see everything normally, but you can't actually do
But I
anything.
think
Yeah.
you're going to get into the situation where you've got those guys, and it's like, where are my fingers? You're going to want fingers.
yeah,
They
But
need
just
to
think
make
about
a move.
like
They
a
make a move
sword
with
fighting
fingers.
game. If you can play a sword fighting game in that,
I don't
where you're
like
like
that
holding
motion
two,
you're
so
making.
this is me
Please stop doing that.
slashing you to death.
Yeah, it was
right
much
now.
more casual hand motion you were making. Anyhow,
Those games.
a sword fighting game.
A sword fighting game.
I don't like
I said what I said.
I'm not just. We'll edit this out in post.
No word. Yeah.
You guys are gross.
But look, is this it here?
I mean, it's virtual reality.
This
Of
is
course
so
that's what you wanna do.
crazy.
You want
What's
a sword
funny? What's
fight.
funny about VR is that how much more real things look when you add the head motion of a normal
Yeah.
person to it. Like,
Yeah.
like this is a regular video game graphic, but when you add that articulation of head motion to it, it starts to like go like, oh, somebody's got a handheld camera, and it kind of confuses your brain a little bit.
Right. Well,
This
and
looks
that
like-
it's not spinning. Like when you move in a game using an analog stick, you like spin really fast.
Yeah.
This moves at the right pace. It's crazy.
Sorry, I'm just taking a sip. So here's what we know: no price,
Right.
Not this year.
no release date,
Well,
not out this year.
Yeah.
which is like there's a lot of year left.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, and so who knows what's up with this? Meanwhile, Oculus just released their final dev kit.
Yep.
Look at this. Look at
Based
this.
on
This
the
is
Crystal
fantastic.
Cove, but
this
it's
is
not
this
the
is
same.
it. This is what life is all about: getting out of life and into a virtual reality medieval world where you're battling a dragon. This is it. I'm gonna jack in so hard to this and never jack out. I'm done with you. I'm done with the world. I'm gonna have give me like a feeding tube, a catheter.
Good to go.
I'm done.
Fair enough.
Catch you later. see you in the world, the virtual world that I've created. I'm going to create a sick world. That's the other thing. It's going to be called Sick World.
Sick World.
Yeah.
But it's
You're
going
gonna
to
make
be
a game called Sick
Will
World.
it be good
yeah.
sick or
where it's
like-
just like a
No,
living
like
room.
cool sick, like awesome,
Cool sick.
like skateboards everywhere, like
Nice.
tons of skateboarding and like cool guys and girls just
Yeah.
partying.
Just skate- just
partying
skate.
You're
and
gonna
skating all the time.
gleam all the cubes.
Gleaming. There's gonna be so much cube
gleaming.
gleamage that you're not even gonna know. You don't know what gleaming the cube is? Let me tell you about gleaming
Are
the
you
cube.
kidding?
No.
Get
Gleaming
out.
the Cube. Let me tell you about Gleaming.
Get out.
Gleam. Well, so do you know the story of Gleaming the Cube? Gleaming the Cube is a movie from I believe the late '80s,
Yeah. Okay.
starring Christian Slater.
Amazing.
About skateboarding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Gleaming the Cube is not not skateboard terminology
Nope.
created by the writer of the movie or the director because they thought it sounded like a cool skateboarding
I
term.
mean, it does. It sounds pretty rad.
Gleaming the Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Like, I want to do that with all my friends.
the film was rebroadcast on television called we've talked about this in the Vergecast before. I know it. It was rebroadcast with a different title, which is called like
What?
For the Love of a Brother or like
No.
Revenge of a Brother or something. Because like I think his brother gets killed and he has to like revenge.
Yeah,
Spoiler
yeah, yeah.
alert. He has to like revenge him with his skateboard.
Well, now I don't want to
Is there
see
some scenes from Gleaming the
Gleaming-
Cube?
from-
Could we see some cube gleaming here maybe?
God,
there
this is-
may be like some actual skaters in this movie, by
Yeah.
the way.
This
There's
is a
like,
great
like
movie
Tony
poster,
Hawk. Tony Hawk
by the
may
way.
be in this movie.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk should be in
possible.
every movie. Tony Hawk should be Steve Jobs.
I actually just made a
Tony Hawk and Steve Jobs.
I have a friend who runs a great skateboard company.
yeah.
Yeah, it's called Scum Cone Sons. No, I'm serious.
I
They
mean,
make
it's a good
awesome.
name.
They make awesome shit. I'm plugging them now. I've plugged Scum Cone Sons. Totally. I don't know if our audience is ready for what they have to offer, but very very good, creative, interesting stuff.
good to know.
But anyhow, but this are we still gleaming? Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, yeah.
This might be the
Oh,
murder
man.
scene here. Hey, Gleaming the Cube. Boom, right there.
So they just
Yeah.
they were like,
Is
you
this
know, it
Christian
sounds like a
Slater?
cool phrase.
Is this him?
That's him.
There he is. He's like, come on, man. I'm gleaming the cube. That's my impersonation of Christian Slater. You thought that was him in the film, right? There he is, just totally gleaming. I don't know. Now I kind of want to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so smartwatches. What were we talking
We were
about?
talking about
Virtual
Project
reality.
Morpheus, virtual reality. So Oculus
yeah.
has got their second dev kit.
Yeah.
It gets rid of most of the motion sickness. It's higher resolution, so you're
Most-
not looking through a screen door.
They said
of
it's
it.
their last one, right?
It's their last one before the consumer thing,
Right.
and the thing Palmer, like you said, is like, look, we know what we need to do to release a consumer version now. We're going to do it. We promise. We swear.
What does that mean? What does he need to do? Like make it
Make
more
it not
better.
a dev kit. Make it a real thing.
Make lots of them
Yeah.
and then sell them for
but
money.
like the controls, like their grand unified how we control virtual reality isn't figured out, and I don't think it's going to be by the time they release it.
Right.
But it's
I feel like
better.
nobody
It's
really knows
good.
the answer to that.
It's still a dev kit. I forget how much it costs. It's like $1,500.
I mean, that's kind of why I'm
it's not
psyched
that
that
much.
Sony's doing this, because Sony has all of the other pieces around it that'll just work. Like if
Right,
you have a
that's the
PlayStation
thing.
and you buy this thing, it just drops into the system that you have.
Yep.
That's really cool. Like that would make me buy a PlayStation just
Yeah,
because.
you know what I don't do? Game on my PC.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's the thing. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm,
$350. Why did I think $1,500? $350.
What did you say?
$100 million.
I know.
For the
It's
pro- what's going
the
on
dev
over
kit
here?
too is $350. Is coming this July.
It's really uncool what's happening over here.
I mean, at least Oculus is shipping to real humans. Sony just
That's
like
something.
is showing something off.
Which when Sony is, but Sony's product is going to be. I mean,
It'll work with the PlayStation 4.
Also, looks like it's a product.
Yeah,
Right.
Like we don't know when Oculus is going to release their consumer version,
Right.
Or if there's going to be a consumer version anytime in the near future. Presumably there will be. I hope there will be. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is from the Engadget show? Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh.
This is some classic. Look at me without a beard. That is
OG Jobs.
Disturbing and shocking. I got a little bit of something going on there.
You can play Steve Jobs.
This is like before the move was actually released, I believe. Through the days.
What do you even? You're sword fighting. See?
we are.
You know what
sword
everybody
fighting.
wants to do with these things? Sword fight.
Yeah.
I actually do some. What
And
am I?
that is why I bought a Wii.
What am
sword
I?
fight?
What
Yeah.
am I doing?
Yeah.
It was a huge disappointment.
I bought it
Great.
for tennis.
Look at this.
And that was cool
These
for
are
like
the
a
old
day.
days. Maybe I
And
should
then that
shave
was
my
it.
beard. Oh yeah, I kind of like broke the censor. They were not loving this.
Yeah.
This
Anyhow.
seems like it
Wow.
went super great for everybody involved.
Just put it in my pocket. This was super great. Oh yeah, this is what happens: is this sword just floats. I put it away and it just floats there. That's classic stuff. I don't know where that Sony logo came
I think
from.
presumably it's gotten slightly better since then.
Yeah.
It has.
Maybe
Did
a
you
little.
see this other
That was
thing
like a
that
demo. That wasn't even
yeah.
a
Did
real.
you see this other demo that Sony did? Sean did at GDC. So they did an eye tracking demo where like you calibrate it by just looking at a couple of dots, and then you can play the video game just by looking at stuff,
NSA man.
and it's way closer. And so like
They'll give
instead of
that
having
data-
to
they give that
move
data right
around
over
with
to
your
the NSA.
second joystick, you just look at the thing you want to shoot a fireball at, and then hit the button.
I don't get it.
So you can look at it.
Why would you want to do that?
Because you don't have to steer then. With the
Hand-eye
finger.
coordination is like what drives human innovation. Without
No,
that, I'm just like, how am I gonna, look? Oh, hey, can you make dinner? Like, sorry, I can't do that anymore because my hand-eye coordination is blown because now I just look at things to get them. That's what's gonna happen in the future. It's gonna be like, hey, it's time to prepare. Hey, it's breakfast time. Can you scramble some eggs? And it's like, nope. Because I have no hand-eye coordination because I'm used to just going like this all the time.
I'm not sure you understand what hand-eye coordination is.
That's
I think he
like
understands all too
No,
well.
I understand perfectly. Like you are able to like look at things and do things with your hand, and now you're just looking at things.
No, but
you would normally
here
do
he
with
is.
your
He's-
hand.
wow, yeah,
he's just like
he legitimately is just doing
he's just
this
looking
with
at a
his
thing,
eyes.
and now he's going to look at another thing, and
This game is apparently awesome. by
yeah,
the
and
way.
you can aim with pinpoint precision because you just look at the thing you want to shoot at.
This would make me so much better at games because
Yeah.
the thing I suck at.
But do you have
is
to move
no,
like
but no,
I'm
see,
moving
you have to move
while
your
I
think that,
shoot?
but they would make the games harder.
I don't like this at
Yeah,
all.
they
This
would.
is
because
terrible.
you can never win.
They
I
will
don't
find
like
new
this.
ways for me
Yeah.
to suck.
This
at
is
video
cool,
games.
but I don't like it.
By Josh Topolsky.
The Josh Sapolsky story.
This is pretty cool. Look at this guy just shooting that dinosaur. Why are you shooting the dinosaur? What did he do? He's already dead.
Yeah, he's not
Leave him
happy.
alone. It's Sean, actually. I'm like yelling at Sean through the TV. Sean, leave that dinosaur alone.
Poor dinosaur.
Looks fun. Look at this. Like this. What is this? Second Son.
Yeah,
This game,
which
looks,
apparently is
this
great.
game looks really stupid. Can I just
Apparently
say?
it's great.
It's, well, you know how I feel.
Everybody says
It seems cool, but I hate it. But I don't like it. Seems cool, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyhow, so this is an exciting time, though. Here's what I'll say about the VR stuff. It's like really happening.
yeah.
Like maybe it's not going to be another, Power Glove situation.
It's like really almost happening.
Well, no, but I mean,
I
that's
really
better than-
want it to happen.
But really almost happening is a lot better than not happening
Right.
at all.
Yeah. No, but and I feel that's true. Well said. No, but I feel like the with Oculus it was always kind of a neat idea that was never gonna really be huge.
Yeah.
And with like a company like Sony can like do this.
No,
and
they
make
can
it
do
big.
it. This
Yeah.
is the Sony that Sony needs to be.
Yeah.
Except they should have done this before Oculus.
Yeah, I mean they say they've been working on it for 3
They
years.
should have bought
Yeah,
Oculus.
they had something-
They should have given Oculus $1
That'd be
billion.
interesting. I
and
bet
been like,
Microsoft is going to buy Oculus
Was
now
it
and be like
2 years ago at CES they had a thing?
That is
heard it
serious.
here
And it's
first.
already PC compatible,
Yeah.
so it's a short walk
I
to
mean,
paradise.
they're in.
So on and so forth. Or Sony will buy them, thus making
And
it
then
harder
maybe
for Microsoft.
Sony will buy Microsoft.
Or Oculus won't sell because they got all that cash money.
That's true.
75 mil just sitting
That's
on
right.
it.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
you
that.
forgot all about their
Yeah.
$75 million investment. Those $75
Small
million
amount of money.
to Sony. Sony loses $75 million in these seat cushions
Yeah.
of their
They like give it
gigantic
to Justin
Hummer,
Bieber every
their
time he walks
gigantic
into their
Hummer
building.
limousine. Because that's what Sony
I saw Nelly
drives around in.
Furtado at the Sony building one time. It's a
Really?
Fun fact.
Nelly
I don't know if
Furtado.
it's a
People
fun
at Sony
fact.
building.
That's
It was
a
a fun
fact.
fact. It's a fact.
Every time I hear her
Granted.
name, I just think
That's a
of
thing
I
that
think of
happened.
frittata. Is my problem, and I just
Nelly
think like
frittata.
I'm thinking like I was talking about omelets before, but it just frittata just sounds like. If you think about it, I just said it. It sounded like frittata to me.
Yeah.
Anyhow, not important, not interesting point, not anything that anybody should ever hear somebody say.
Also, not a fun fact.
Did you just check your
facts.
watch?
I got an alert.
So okay,
Mr.
What do you want?
Mr. Smartwatch over
So
here.
I was sitting
I
in
got
a
an alert
meeting-
on my Asha. Okay, let me just get to that in
Although
several,
it was the
We'll be
worst
back in
alert
4
ever.
hours.
several minutes.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was that your L train to Brooklyn is not backed up right now.
womp womp.
That's okay because you're not going to be on the L train for quite a while.
That's right.
We got a long night ahead of us. Just get ready. Just get
No, but that's the
comfortable.
thing
ready.
that sucks about smartwatches. I was sitting having dinner with my parents a couple weeks ago wearing my Pebble, and I kept looking every time I got a notification. And my mom got like mad at me. She was like, "Do you have somewhere to be? Like, why are you?" And I was like, "No, I just keep getting emails. And it's like either that or pull out my phone." But it was like deeply offensive that I just kept looking at my watch, being like, "I gotta go."
Well,
I
no,
gotta
people
miss
just
me.
need to. Once
I'm very
people
busy.
get used to the idea that notifications are watches, then the social signal of looking at your watch will no longer be like, "When can I get the hell
I guess
out
that's
of
true,
here?"
'cause- but like right now, that's more offensive than
Yeah.
like pulling my phone out of my pocket.
Where are my photos?
Which is crazy.
I'm going to tweet
Josh,
a photo.
what are you doing?
I'm going to try to tweet a photo from here. Do you think I
From
can
the
tweet a
Asha?
photo from the Asha?
I
Is there
think that
Twitter on
if
the
we
Asha?
have
Yeah, there
another
is actually.
20 minutes. We'll,
It's loading right now.
Oh my god!
Huh? Let's see if I can tweet an Asha photo. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It's
photo.
like 2 megapixels, right?
It's 2 megapixels. All right,
Oh,
here
that's
we
all you
go.
need.
Here we go. Tweet. Can I add? Oh my god, I can. This is crazy.
This is really good Verge casting right now.
Listen, this is classic Verge casting. All right,
This
just
is
loading my gallery
This is all
here.
I've wanted to know about all week.
If you were to send me a DM from that, it wouldn't be encrypted. Trying to
Nailed
make a
it.
transition while we're
I don't know
waiting.
what that means.
Twitter gave up on encrypting direct messages because they got other stuff to do.
Yeah,
They-
Twitter's like, we're busy.
Oh
Figure
yeah,
it out.
right. Are we talking about that? Oh, hold on, I typoed. Hard to type on a physical keyboard. Is this working? I can't tell if this is working or not. It's loading. I gotta say, the Asha not for people who are in a hurry.
Or for people recording podcasts.
If you're in a hurry, don't worry about it. It's cool. These guys are used to this.
That should be their slogan. Chill out.
Did this not load the picture?
You also definitely just tweeted cool pic and no picture.
No. Retweet.
One of the best tweets
Edit,
ever.
I got to do a
I hate
proper
you guys
retweet.
so much. Hold on a second. Thanks a lot,
Everybody,
Asha.
please retweet Josh. Old school retweet in case he deletes it.
No, yeah, that's a good point.
Come on,
I'm
man.
doing both.
I'm not deleting it. Trust me, guys. I'm in for the long haul. Hold on. This is good stuff. We've just created a viral moment here on the Vergecast.
Oh no, there was an error posting your message status as a duplicate.
Oh,
I've
no.
already
What? No,
RT'd
you went too fast.
too many
You
times.
went too fast. Just wait till you see the pic I'm actually going to post. You guys aren't not going to be very happy about
I
it.
bet not.
You're gonna feel like intense comeuppance. There are so many people tweeting this and retweeting it. I hate everybody. It's cool. Let's make this the most retweeted tweet ever, guys.
Yeah, that'll work.
Let's beat the Oscar tweet.
God, if it could just be cool pic was the most
I
popular
think I
tweet of
got
all
it.
time.
I think it's gonna happen now.
Yeah. Wow.
Where is it?
We're looking at your.
Everybody's like a little bit mad at you.
I like it.
Cool
there
pic.
it is.
Oh, there it is.
Look at all those megapixels.
What?
This is it. This is it. The Asha. This is what the Asha
What's going on
does.
with my hair?
I don't know. It's like weirdly
I
flat.
mean, it's causing me to leap out of my chair.
You're like,
Yeah.
I'm out of here. That's
have
the
to leave.
expression.
yeah. I'm also
Like, close application. No. Hold on. Thanks. Oh, no. Hanks. That's not what I want to say.
Tom Hanks, also a good Steve Jobs candidate.
No.
You guys want to
could
talk
see
about
it.
Elon Musk before we get out of here?
I just tried to touch the screen.
Don't do that.
In New Jersey.
Yeah, Elon Musk. Let's talk about him. Sorry, guys. This is more important than the Vergecast. Is me doing an Asha tweet.
It is.
So basically,
So Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So Jersey was like, hey, we're going to ban direct sales to consumers of Tesla.
yeah, manufacturers can't.
New
It's
Jersey,
all car.
New
manu-
Jersey
yeah,
has
it's about Tesla.
a law that you can't sell vehicles
Yeah.
directly to a consumer.
Yeah, I mean, so they
Well,
didn't.
they're not the only
change,
place.
Like this
Manufacturers.
rule is not new for Tesla. Tesla's been sort of skirting it and avoiding it, and they
Right.
came out and they're like, we're going to enforce this now. So get out. And Elon Musk kind of went nuts in the way only billionaires like Elon Musk are allowed to.
Just so you know,
he went
just so
nuts,
you know,
but, like,
he was basically like, what's stupid is New Jersey. They're all the mafia.
the cool pick has.
That's like basically
Can I-
what he said.
Can I just say something? Sorry, the original cool pick has 78 retweets. I just went up twice while I was trying to tell you that. 78 retweets. 44 favorites. In case you're wondering.
I'm really glad to know that I can tell people what to do.
What are we like halfway?
Twitter
to
for Nokia
Ellen
S40.
DeGeneres' tweet? We're, like,
Come on,
halfway there,
guys.
right?
I want it to be the most retweeted tweet ever.
They can't even get S60 on that
I want to
thing.
break
It's still
200, at least
S40?
200. Show
Come
me what
on.
you got. Okay. Anyhow, so Elon Musk, yeah. So Ben Popper went and talked to some people.
Including Jim Appleton, president of the New Jersey Coalition of Automobile Retailers.
Can we
Really
hear
just had
or
some things to say.
NJCAR.
Can we hear a little bit from him?
He needs to stop and take a breath. If you're an internet billionaire, I'm not going to try and do a Jersey accent.
Don't do a Jersey accent.
If you're an internet billionaire,
you can just
maybe you
imagine
think the
Jersey.
world
Imagine
revolves
Dieter's
around
wearing a
you,
gold chain.
and the world springs from your laptop. Well, I got news for him. This is not a new law. Tesla is operating illegally, and as of April 1st, they'll be out of business unless they decide to open a franchise.
Like, that's-
Which
Sounds
is like
really outrageous,
we're
but
gonna
he's
shake
100%
shake
accurate.
you on
Yeah.
down. No, it's insane actually, but this whole concept is totally insane.
Oh, it's crazy.
guy
like-
from a BMW dealership, they want to go direct, which means no sales force. That's cutting out a lot of people. No way that's going to fly.
Yeah, because we invented some fake rule about needing to sell cars through middlemen.
Well,
Yeah.
it's this old rule that was designed to like help car dealerships catch on in New
Whatever.
Jersey. They're like, we want to sell lots of cars, and now it's a stupid rule.
I mean, it's just like you know what? Free market.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
like they're trying
Like,
to prevent like what
it-
everybody was trying to prevent Amazon from doing.
It's
which
just
is,
like it's just
selling
like,
directly to people
like,
for
I'm sorry,
less money.
I'm sorry, but and by the way, I just goes for anybody. I'm surprised that why can't I buy a car from Volkswagen directly from them?
Yeah.
Why do I have to go through a middleman? Like, why don't I just go and get the car from a Volkswagen? Like, the whole dealership concept seems totally bunk to me. I mean, also, have you ever been to a car dealer?
That's awful.
Have you ever been to
Not-
a showroom?
Not super fun.
It's not a good experience. I just went to one, and
Are
it
you
was.
buying a car?
What?
I'm looking. I own a car.
Yeah.
You're like shocked.
You're like, I need 8 more
I'm
cars.
shell shocked that I'm thinking about getting, I'm a dad now and I need a bigger car and I want a nicer car.
You're gonna
and
get like a nice
my car's,
Honda Odyssey.
my car's
just
paid
to
off so
kill
I
it
can
in a
do whatever
minivan.
I want.
I could see you rocking a minivan.
I'm not going to rock a minivan.
I can see you rocking a
Listen,
minivan.
I'm not
I'm just
rocking a
throwing
minivan.
that
I think
out
you're
there.
very confused about who you're talking to right now.
Listen, you're a dad now, Josh.
Come on.
You can only
Is this
be-
autos.aol.com? The number
Oh, man.
one best thing on AOL is their auto comparison
Look
tool.
at that! Look at that Chrysler Town and Country.
You missed the obvious thing.
You
about
stick
this
your head
picture,
out of
by
that.
the
You're
way.
like, hey,
I
ladies.
hate your guts.
Who even knows? Who knows what happens?
I hate you so much. I say hate you so much. It's not even funny.
You get this in like a sleek black, like just murdered out rims.
You're the worst person in the
this
world.
would be incredible. I
You're-
might buy you this car.
You're like the guy. You're like the guy at the end of True Detective. That's how bad you are. You're like the bad guy from True
look at that!
Detective.
Look at that engine. That
You're
is
Errol.
serious
You're
business.
Errol.
That
Yeah.
is
Spoiler
serious
alert! Spoiler
business.
alert! You don't know who Errol is if you're watching True Detective, but that's who you are.
I
Spoiler
just
alert!
watched it, by the way.
Spoiler
so-
alert!
God,
Sorry,
I mean,
guys.
this car is just hot. Like it probably has
Yeah.
driver assist. It'll park for you.
You have to do. You have to
convenience
do a
is tall
hash.
enough
You have
for
to do a
that.
hashtag.
Well, I don't. I
Okay,
was
you don't.
trying
You don't
to-
do. You don't
Do a
do True. You don't do
hashtag?
True Detective season 2 without a hashtag, my man. Okay,
No,
you
you
need to
do.
step into the zone
It's
of
a sub.
knowledge.
I mean, come
Please
on, Josh.
step into the
Look at
zone
this.
of knowledge.
Silver could work. What about like a
Hold
yellow?
on, let me check
You're
in on
into
these
yellow.
retweets.
I can get you like yellow Town and Country.
113 retweets,
Blown
56
up.
likes. Step it up. I should delete the other one. It's probably sucking energy away from that other tweet.
It's true. You don't want to.
39 on that one.
You don't want to split the heat.
I don't get it. I don't get this at all. People love the Asha. Everyone's
Yeah.
going crazy for it.
Series 40 man forever and ever.
It's the best.
If
Yeah.
you use that in your minivan,
Oh, no, it's
you'll
just
be
S40.
the
I don't
coolest
think
guy.
It's
Series
just
40.
S40.
Yeah.
What is this? Please. I can't read that. What
Well,
is it?
sometimes you don't wanna put things
step into the
into-
zone of knowledge.
You don't wanna put-
That's very clever because you hashtagged it.
Yeah.
Very clever.
You can't watch the Vergecast unless you're also watching our Twitter streams. Otherwise,
true.
these jokes make no
and you
sense.
can't watch the Vergecast unless you're also high and or drunk.
Right.
So
Ideally,
please.
and
if
It's
you
better
are
for
if
everyone
you
if the
are
answer is
watching
ideally,
Twitter,
you're
high,
candy flipping.
you're drunk. You could
Candy
run a car
flipping.
dealership in New Jersey.
What? Oh, yeah, right. Anyhow, you should read this piece that Ben did. It's great.
very
Candy
good.
flipping, in case you're wondering, is taking acid and ecstasy at the same time. What is this? What is this? Now we owe Autobite like $1,000 for the use of this incredible clip.
Josh, I'm
It's
saying
really-
I'm
like,
starting to come around to the
you
minivan.
I don't know
tint
if the
these windows. You get some
Chrysler
black rims. You get
is-
like a Boss stereo system. Like you would be the man. In
I don't know if the
minivan.
Chrysler's the right
worst.
one
You're
for
The
you.
man in a minivan
I
is like a
think
blog I'm going to
you're
write.
the
That's
single
just
worst
pictures of you
person-
in a minivan.
Josh
Single
is
worst
in a
person I've
minivan.
ever met.
He's not a town and country man. I think you're like an Astro van kind
Wrong.
of guy.
Let me tell you what I'm looking
or
for.
like an Aztec.
PT Cruiser. Can we get a PT Cruiser?
PT
on us?
Cruiser.
It's got
Oh my
all the
God.
stowage, all the storage room,
That's
stowage,
just Twitter
stowage
marketing.
and storage.
Stowage room.
It's got all the room that I need.
What about like a Scion?
Honda Odyssey.
We could like pimp out a Scion for you. Can we bring back Pimp My Ride for Josh Topolsky? Is that a thing we could do?
No.
No.
not.
You
can
could
do
get like a
whatever you
river
want.
in your back seat.
No.
Can I answer a question? Somebody just asked me.
On Twitter?
Somebody just asked me a question on Twitter. Do I use any music streaming services?
Oh, God.
Well, it's funny you should ask that. Actually, I use all the music streaming services.
How many are you paying for right now?
Spotify and RDO, and also I don't pay for Google.
I'm accidentally paying for Beats. I discovered that
I'm playing for
yesterday.
Google, Pandora,
You pay for Pandora?
Beats, and Spotify right now.
Wait, you pay for Beats?
I like did it and I haven't turned it off
Beats
yet.
is too
I keep
closed to
forgetting
the system.
to cancel Beats.
Beats
It's a
is too
real problem.
closed. There's a new Sonos app out. You know I'm a big
It's
fan
really
of Sonos.
nice.
Yeah.
The app
New
is
Sonos
really
app,
nice.
Universal Search, which is a killer feature. So now
Yeah.
you can plug in all of your different music sources, Pandora, Spotify, RDO, whatever, and you can search. Sorry, this Diet Coke is very bubbly. Very bubbly.
No, the search used to be really bad. You
No,
had to
the
be
search
like,
is
I wanna
bad,
find
and
this
now-
only on Pandora.
And now it's awesome, and it's
Yeah.
super exciting. And that's a big deal for
The
me.
app's just nice
personally.
looking, too. It used
But
to be
yeah,
really
I subscribe. Sorry, I got sucked into some tweets and I was very confused. I subscribe to a bunch of services and I'm just throwing my money down the drain, just throwing it away into the garbage.
Which one do you use?
I use
Most. What's your like default?
RDO I use a lot.
Okay.
RDO is my default.
RDO is
because
just pretty.
I
I
prefer
use
the
RDO 'cause
interface.
it's better looking.
But you'll find that if you follow me on RDO, which I hope that you don't, if you follow me
made
on
my RDO
RDO,
private. I was like, I'm not even-
your feed has been overrun with white noise. Because the baby loves white noise.
Yeah.
And we have like two main white noise jams. It's business class, which is the sound of business.
No
class.
way.
It's really great. And then there's another one. It's like yeah. Here we go. What's the one with the purpley one to the left?
White Noise Therapy Volume 1.
Yeah. What's my main track?
What?
Yeah. Just let's
Have you
jam
heard
to some
of,
this right now.
This is amazing.
Oh, you got a lot.
Did you hear about this this album that Wolfpack posted on Spotify? It's called Sleepify. It is a full album of silence, complete and total silence.
Very Cage of them.
And so they want you to, like, before you go to sleep, hit play and repeat on the album, and then they're funding their tour with it.
131 retweets.
That's kind of awesome.
Let's
Actually.
take it
Like,
to
just
200.
Super clever.
Is there anything else to talk about? We're just gonna sit here and Google.
I'm just
things.
searching White Noise
We
Volume
get some
1.
white noise going.
There's a band called White Noise that makes like music, which is
So
kind of great.
I have an announcement to make.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Exciting! And
You're buying a
now
minivan.
I don't know. I'm reconsidering. We had
Yeah,
such a
of
great-
course
proud owner
well,
of
we've
such
got,
a fun-
we've got the gasoline right
Such a
there.
fun
I don't-
Vergecast.
You gotta.
So here's my. Are you ready? Everybody, get ready, Vergecast listeners. Well, it's not. We don't have to
Oh,
get
okay.
crazy about it or anything.
was gonna pour it.
So we're gonna.
on my
All over
computer.
your
People are gonna like freak out on me now. I can just tell.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you just got to do it. Just
Don't-
tear off
don't
the
do
Band-Aid.
it.
Josh.
Or
Don't.
It's just. I just don't. I don't think I should.
yeah, do it.
I don't think I should
Just
do
do
it. I shouldn't say anything.
You have to now.
No, let's just keep
You
going.
have to now.
Let's just keep going. No, okay. So hey, listen, we're gonna put the Vergecast on a hiatus. We're gonna postpone. Not postpone. We're going to halt. What is hiatus? What are some synonyms for hiatus? Can we get some up on the view screen?
Pause.
We're going to pause. Let me just see what's going on Twitter
Pause,
right now.
break.
We're gonna
gap.
take a break. We're gonna take a
Lacuna.
little.
lacuna.
A Vergecast lacuna.
We're gonna take a lacuna.
A recess. Recess is pretty good.
We're going to take a recess. Yeah, we're going to pause in the Vergecast. So here's the thing. Vergecast's been going since actually like
100 years ago.
so we started a podcast at Engadget. They used to have a podcast. And when I became editor-in-chief, Neil was like, we should start up the podcast again because they hadn't been going on. And this is in 2008. We started doing the Engadget podcast again. And it was insane. It was fun and
a lot of yelling.
We did it there for years, and then we in between Engadget and The Verge, we did This Is My Next Podcast, which was
This is amazing, by the
which
way.
was a continuation.
Oh wow! Look at that.
This is like old school. Look at our old office.
Our
There's
old
nothing on the
office,
shelves. I'm getting like teary-eyed.
I know.
Look how shiny I am. My God. Just me dab that forehead. It's unbelievable.
That was actually the whole.
My hair
office.
looks incredible. I feel like this was the day of
That's
our
true.
photo shoot or something.
Your beard is like really. It's
I look
neat.
really, really good.
You're very put together.
What's that? I don't know what just happened there. Anyhow, so then we went from Engadget to doing the This Is My Next. Oh my God! Look at Paul. Look at Neeli. His hair is crazy.
They're like 14 years old.
Everybody looks 14 in this image.
Yeah.
The Verge has aged us all. And then we went to from that, and then when the Vergecast, we've been doing this for 2 years, over 2 years. And I just realized hey, we did the last couple. I was with TC and Katie, and we were talking about things that weren't gadgets news, weren't technology, and we were getting
there was
drunk.
wine involved.
It was completely insane. I went on a thing about George Bush being as bad as Hitler or something like that. This kind of things I say when I've had a glass of wine. I actually didn't say that.
Did you actually say that?
I didn't say that. I actually didn't say that. What I said was
that's 2 glasses of wine.
I think what I said was Fox News is the worst thing to happen to journalism since Hitler controlled newspapers.
That doesn't make a
Germany.
lot of sense.
No, it makes perfect sense because they're a propaganda machine. And anyhow, so I was just you know what? I'd kind of want to rethink what can we do with the Vergecast? What can we try that we haven't done? Are there different things that can happen on the Vergecast? Could we try new things? We've been doing video where it's just 3 people sitting around in a room. Maybe we could be doing video from locations. Maybe we could be, who knows? I don't know. So anyhow, so we're going to put my Twitter feed is, you guys
is everybody mad at you?
Really,
pretty good.
Seem really upset. So we're going to put on hiatus for a little while and retool, rework. It's happening out there. Reconfigure, rethink, and then ultimately reboot into the next generation. Is anybody with me here?
I'm with you. It's going to be good.
And honestly, and part of this is driven by a desire to retool and reboot. But then a part of it is also I have a baby right now, and it's a brand new baby, and there's work is really super duper busy.
You have a lot of minivan shopping.
We're doing all kinds of insane things, and so it's just I'd love a little bit of time to rethink it. And anyhow, so that's the news. People are very upset. Let me give you some.
It's just a lacuna, guys. It's just a hiatus.
This news fucking blows is something. Wow. Oh yeah, this was a nightmare. This was a big one of our worst mistakes ever.
I remember
dark,
this.
Very dark.
There's a lot of angry looking people sitting there right now.
Somebody said I'm retiring, take care of kids, and travel the world in a minivan. I'm not doing that. David, thanks a lot for planting that.
Josh is buying a town and country. You heard it here first.
This guy just discovered. One person just discovered that it was I was the person who messed up their RDO feed with my white noise. Anyhow, so that's it. That's the news. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't know how long the hiatus will
Plus, it made me remember the word lacuna, and so it was all worth it.
We're totally lacuna.
Yeah.
We're going to be on lacuna. No, get out. So anyhow, so we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back.
Yeah.
And it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be even better. And
is there anything else that we need to?
No.
I mean, is there any other news?
I mean, we can't top that.
Can't we? So hey, actually, here's a great thing that if you guys love the Vergecast and watch the Vergecast, and you are bummed because we're taking a break to rethink it, send an email. This is actually a great segue. Send an email, start a forum thread. So there actually are some good, interesting forum threads about Vergecast.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try this, maybe we could do that. Here's an opportunity. I would love to hear from people who've watched it for a long time, who want to see it and are thinking about what they might like to see on it.
Tell us.
To give us ideas.
Yeah.
Tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you think would be cool. Because we kind of have an amazing opportunity. We have this incredible video team. We have a wonderful staff here. And we're just doing the bare minimum that we've always done, basically, which is 3 people sitting in a room bullshitting. Which is great. I tototally get it.
Which
but
we'll keep doing.
There's gonna be some variation of that.
Bullshitting
You'll
is
never
not
stop
bullshitting is going to continue happening.
There
believe
will
me.
be bullshitting.
Somebody asked how long the break is going to be. I don't really know. I don't think it's going to be, super duper long.
Yeah.
But it probably won't be super short either. Is that helpful?
Thanks, Josh.
It's not helpful at all.
I guess I should point out, we haven't done the Verge Mobile show in a couple of weeks. We're going to do something. We'll do something next week, probably.
Next week, yeah.
But we're also
You're gonna hiatus. You're gonna lacuna.
You get your hiatus. We're lacuna.
So the Verge Mobile show will also lacuna.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Lacuna Matata.
look, listen, we've been doing this stuff for a while. I think we should. I'm excited because it'll give us an opportunity to think about what could we do that we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Besides talk over each other,
Which is hard to do when we're doing
doing
this
it.
every
When
week.
it's every week, you got to be okay, we got to get on there.
Yeah.
And talk over each other.
What?
I tried to talk over you there, but
You didn't.
stopped.
I stopped because I knew you were
now
going
you're talking
to.
over me.
Dieter, you're
Hey,
much
now
too polite. This is
Stop
an
it.
actual real
Come on.
problem.
Okay.
So anyhow, that's it. That's the Vergecast. For now and forever. No, I mean it's not forever. No. It'll be back. Don't get bent out of shape.
You're gonna make me cry.
But that's the Vergecast for Vergecast 2.0. We're not going to call it that.
No.
But somebody just tweeted about it, so it's a good idea.
Come up.
So
names are a good idea.
yeah, the intro is going to include me driving up in a minivan
Yeah.
with a bunch of babies.
Don't you dare get my hopes up.
Bunch of babies.
With a handful of babies. So that's the Vergecast for this week. If you want to get in touch with us, you can email us at vergecast@verge.com, and I highly recommend you do, especially if you have thoughts or ideas about how we can make a more awesome Vergecast, or things you might like to see on something that is like a Vergecast.
There's a forum thread already for it.
What? There already is a forum thread?
Yeah, Ross Miller made a forum thread for us. So if you have ideas, drop them there.
Oh my God, crazy! You can write something in the forums. You can leave a comment on this post when it goes up. You can find us on Twitter. The Verge is @Verge. I'm Joshua Topolsky. Dieter is Backlon. David
So
is
sorry.
David is Pierce. David. Whatever.
I've discovered recently
that's
that
the way he wants to
Pierce
play it.
is being unused on Twitter, and so I'm currently on a
Matt
crusade.
Pierce?
No, just
Oh,
Pierce.
Pierce. You should totally get it. You should
It's
go
like
for it.
somebody had it but has never tweeted, so I'm starting a covert campaign.
You should
Yeah.
get @AT Pierce, @@Pierce. Pierce.
That's the worst idea.
Great
I've ever
stuff.
heard.
Good stuff. Great way to end. Great way to end this final iteration of the Vergecast. Anyhow, so we'll be back. Who knows when? But when we do come back, it's going to be really awesome or terrible. Could be also horrible. But you know what? You don't know yet, and I don't know yet, and that's what's so exciting. The idea of the unknown creeping up on you silently with a knife or just for a hug. Anyhow, I think that is a great way to end this Vergecast. We will be back. And until then, I mean, honestly, because of the length of time, I highly suggest you buy a firearm to protect your family from what is coming for you, because it's not good and it's coming soon.